In this, our introductory lecture, I'd like to start by welcoming each and every one of you to the course. My name is Ron, and I founded Quantitative Specialists with the goal of helping others with all things statistical, whether it be introductory, intermediate, or advanced statistics. As a little bit of background, I earned my PhD in quantitative methods, which is really just statistics, research design, and another area called psychometrics. And I've been teaching both undergraduate and graduate statistics classes at the university level for more than 15 years. I've also been active in research and have served as a statistical consultant to both individuals and organizations. In the course, I've designed the videos with a real focus on making them very user-friendly, taking a step-by-step approach in analyzing and interpreting the results of statistical analyses. In these videos, I zero in on the most important information, calling upon my experience as a professor and of teaching many students throughout the years on what's most important for people who have an applied interest in regression, really for those who either want to use regression in their own work or may need to know it for their studies or what have you. So that's really what I focus on in this course, to pinpoint into the most important information that you need to understand regression and to feel confident about this topic. I know statistics can often incite anxiety in people. If you feel that way, that's very normal, so don't worry about that at all. So in the videos I create, I really zero in on getting you the information you need, but most of all in striving to present the information clearly and in an easy-to-follow manner. Hopefully I've succeeded in that objective, but I really do welcome your feedback, so I'd like to hear back from you whether you think I did or maybe you think it could be improved somewhere. Please let me know. I value your feedback very much, and I'd love to hear from you. So please do let me know what you think about the course after you watch the lectures. Now in this class we'll be focusing on regression, which is a very popular and commonly used statistical procedure. In fact, this course, Regression, is the one I've received the most requests for by far of all the courses that people have asked for. So I'm really excited to have this course available. Now in this course we'll cover, first of all, correlation, because correlation is very closely related to regression. It's different than regression in some important ways, but it is related, and understanding correlation will help one better understand regression. So we'll start with correlation, and then we'll look at the simplest example of regression, called simple regression, and that's where we have one predictor or one independent variable. And after that we'll move on to multiple regression. And multiple regression is when instead of having one predictor, as was the case in simple, now we have two or more predictors, or sometimes referred to as independent variables. So that's multiple regression. And then after that, we'll take a look at hierarchical regression, which is a special case of multiple regression, where you have the predictors or independent variables enter into the analysis in a specific predetermined order. They don't all go in at the same time as they do in multiple regression, but rather we specify that one predictor goes in first, for example, and then one or more predictors go in after that, and so on. And that's a really nice procedure because we can tease out the differential impact of the different predictors, depending on the order they were entered into the regression analysis, or often referred to as the model. And then after that, we'll take a look at regression in Microsoft Excel. And for these other videos, typically when we do analyses, computer-based analyses, we'll be using the software program SPSS. But I did also want to show you some analyses using Excel. Now in the course, when we look at each of these procedures, we'll be talking about some of the most important things or concepts such as R-squared, how to assess individual predictors for significance, things like a standardized regression weight, what that means, predicted values, and really looking at how to tease out what are the most important predictors in a regression analysis, which ones should be kept, which ones maybe should be discarded, and so on. So we're really going to dive in here and focus on the most important information you need as I had mentioned earlier, to get you the results you need fast. And we'll also have some examples where the results are written up in the format of the American Psychological Association. And that's a commonly used, very popular format. But it can be easily modified for those of you who are in other areas in business or what have you. It gives you an idea, though, how to place the most important numerical values, the statistical results, into a written context. Okay, that's it for the introduction. As I had said before, please don't hesitate to contact me, to send me any questions you have. I enjoy getting your questions very much. And after watching the videos, if you could post a review, I would really appreciate that. Okay, thanks a lot and welcome once again to the course.